guys, so today's video is gonna be the story of how my mom passed away, pretty much how I dealt with it, if I can squeeze that into. I don't want to be making my videos so long. If not, I'll just make a part 2. So basically, I'm just gonna get into the day of. I feel like if I tell you what my mom was sick of and stuff like that, it's gonna take really long. So yeah. So basically, the day my mom passed away was actually May 11, 2012. And May 11, 2012 was Mother's Day. Or the day before Mother's Day. It was something like that. But I just remember that in school, we had made, for Mother's Day, we had made little jewelry boxes and stuff like that. And when we made that, I remember that pretty much I had made my mom her little jewelry box, and I had put something in there. And well, basically, I had made her a gift, right? So my mom was already in the hospital, so I was taking my mom her gifts that I made her. And I just remember that when me and my sister, drove up to the hospital door, my sister called, my middle sister called my older sister when I was with, and she was like, I don't know what she was saying, something that my mom's heart rate was going down and going up and basically being crazy by itself. So my sister suffers from anxiety and she gets severe panic attacks and stuff like that, and so she came running downstairs. We're outside, we're in the car, in front of the door, and she tells my sister what's going on, basically. And honestly, I'm little. And what's in my head is she's gonna be fine. That's basically what I'm thinking. Like, she's gonna be fine. Nothing's gonna happen. Like, whatever. They're making a big deal, right? Excuse me. And so my big sister just tells us, we all basically just go inside, but my grandma doesn't want to let us up to, I think it was the second floor. Up to the second floor, the third floor where my mom's at. I'm pretty sure it's the second. And so yeah, pretty much my grandma doesn't want us up there. I don't know who it was. I think maybe my grandma. They're already making calls to my uncles, my aunts, pretty much everybody. So we're waiting downstairs. My sister's taking me to the hospital cafeteria so I could eat something. I'm still with my gift in my hand, waiting to give it to my mom, and basically we sat downstairs when we were done eating. My uncle gets there, and how I said my grandma didn't want us upstairs. My uncle could care less, and he was like, no, let's go upstairs, let's go, right? So when we get upstairs, my mom, it's the elevator, and right when you walk out the elevator, you take a right, and my mom's room is right there from the hospital. And right when we go upstairs, my grandma and the doctor are outside of the elevator, like right outside. We didn't even get to step a foot out, and they were right there. So when we get out of there, the doctor looks at me, my 3 sisters, and he's like, I'm sorry, we did everything we could. Basically what you see in movies, and you think it's not true, right? That's not how it really is. It's really like that. And I just remember kind of going into a shock, And I kind of just looked at the doctor like, oh, like what? That's really overwhelming, right? And I don't know why I turned over to my sister, my biggest sister. And when I turn over to her, she just looks like she's saying what? Like she's saying like what do you mean? And she passes out. I don't try to catch her because obviously, but I think in my head I was like, I'm gonna try to catch her. And so I put my hand out. She fell on my hand. She fell to the ground. She wasn't wanting to wake up. They were already gonna get her in a room. And then, they put alcohol for her to smell. She woke up. And she left. She disappeared. I know where, but to respect her, I'm just not gonna say her situation. So basically, my mom was in that room. The way they said they were doing everything they can. When I walked by to sit in the room next to her, because there was an empty room, they gave it to us. They were still doing CPR on my mom. And I remember crying for her, like I was telling her, please breathe. I remember saying, please breathe, like please wake up, And my grandma signed the form for them basically, take her off life support because that's who was breathing for her. Not really for long though, but it's just that they were doing the CPR, the heart rhythm wasn't coming up. It was the machine, so my grandma signed the paper to take her off of that. And pretty sure they called time of death or whatever. I wasn't there for that. I don't remember. Maybe I was because I didn't leave the room the whole time. But I don't remember. Like, clearly. So then the calls go. And my family starts coming. Everybody starts coming. It's just, everybody's a mess. I still gave her, even though she wasn't physically there, I still gave her gifts, it was just for my sake, I guess you could say. I gave her the gifts, and I'm pretty sure she was somewhere like, she gave me gifts. So yeah, I gave her the gifts still. My family came to visit, everything. So that's day one. That's how she passed away. That's a story. I don't want to get too much into detail because I was sitting here crying for like an idiot, and I just don't want to do that. Not like an idiot. Obviously, I have a reason to, but I don't want to do that. So that's day one. The night that we had to leave the hospital was actually much harder because that's when you can't see their body anymore. That's when you can't physically touch them anymore. Obviously my mom wasn't talking. I couldn't hear her voice for all that day. But I could see her. I could feel her skin still warm, I could see her. I could feel her hair. I could see her. And so it wasn't a real experience yet for me because I could see her. She was there. And she just wasn't talking or moving or being herself. And so when we had to leave, that was like the worst part because I didn't want to leave. I wanted to stay in that bed with her and never leave. And my grandma was actually the one who was like, we have to leave already. The doctor informed my grandma, her body's gonna start to get cold and stuff. She's already getting cold because we were literally there all day with her like that. And So he was like, it's time to start, I guess, wrapping it up. And we had to leave. And so my grandma, I was just standing there. Everybody was telling my mom, I wouldn't say my mom's body because that's not her, everybody was telling my mom like their goodbyes. And I just remember that I didn't want to say goodbye. There was just a piece of me that was not ready for that. And yeah, I didn't want to. And I just remember that I gave her a kiss on the forehead. I said I love you. I hugged her for like 5 minutes, maybe 10. And then my grandma was like, come on, hurry. Like, let's go. So that night, I just remember that we went home. I was a mess. And I legit didn't talk to nobody. I sat in the living room for a little bit. And I went to my room short after that. And when I went to my room, all I did was lay down and cry. I don't know. It was just laying down and crying felt so easy and simple at the time, and I had to cry. I felt the heaviness in my chest where I wasn't letting enough out at the hospital because I was trying to conserve myself. And I was in shock. So when I got home, it kind of hit me like, this is real. This is happening. And so that was that night. The second day, the days go on. For me, I felt numb. I felt like, why am I living? Why am I here? I didn't feel pain. I couldn't cry anymore. And then it all leads up to the day of my mom's service. And my mom was cremated, so we didn't have like a burial or nothing like that. My sister has the ashes in her house, and that's gonna be for next time's video, just because I don't want this video to be too long, so I'll do a part 1 and part 2. If you guys I guess are excited for part 2, like, comment, share, subscribe, and comment down below if you're excited for part 2. I know the story is kind of like, it might put you guys down, might make you a little bit sad. Don't be sad. Or don't let it kind of get you into like a mood, because I'm that person. If I watch something sad, I'm in a mood. This is just life, and things happen in life that we have no control over, and death happens and things happen. So you just gotta hang in there. But yeah, I will do the part 2 maybe tomorrow and upload it Wednesday. Because this one's going to be uploaded maybe tonight, because I filmed 2 videos today. I'm not sure yet though. But bye.